What is up, everybody? I am NerdRage36, back with another pickups video, and yeah, I have been gone a while, and I've been working a lot of mandatory Saturdays at my job, and I mean, I appreciate the money, but man, I could really use like a full weekend off, which I have been able to get that a little more recently, but yeah, I haven't really had time to really do much. Even the kind of videos I would record when I can't really do a pickups video, like, you know, cartoon memories, or I guess video game memories from before. But yeah, cartoon memories part 2. I need to make that pretty soon. I think that might be the next thing I work on. So yeah, but yeah, over the past couple of Sundays, I have managed to accumulate a few things. So yeah, just coming back with a regular pickups video, and hopefully the rest of the year can go by pretty regularly. I mean, I just do this for a hobby, but consistency. You know, people like consistency. And I don't know, maybe that's a little OCD talking. But anyway, moving on. Starting off with Crash Bandicoot 1. And you're probably wondering why I'm covering a certain part of this. And that is because it's not in a full case. See, for the longest time, I've only ever come across Crash Bandicoot 1, the green label. And you know how I don't really care about the green label on PS1. But I finally found a black label Crash Bandicoot 1. But as you can see, it's just the disc and the manual. What the heck is going on with that? Like, seriously. Like, I'm looking for just a standard Crash Bandicoot black label. But yeah. This is the closest I could find. The disc is in fantastic condition, though, too. So that's at least something. And hopefully, if I can find a replacement, like at least now, I'll be looking for replacement copies that aren't even in like if the disc is in horrible condition and it's really cheap. It's like, well, I just need the black label case and then Frankenstein a complete copy. Although something kind of interesting, and I was a little worried at first, but apparently this was a thing. So the manual right here is the same on both sides. Look at that. That is so weird, but apparently that is how early Crash Bandicoot manuals shipped, which is really interesting. So yeah, at the very least, I have the game, and I have it. I have the manual, so that's something. It is just funny how, like, out of everything that I could have found, it was. And what really sucks is there was another store that I knew of that had a copy of Crash 1 that was literally just the disc and the case, no manual. But it was the black label spine, so I'm like, so when I found this, I'm like, I can complete it. They sold it literally the day before. So yeah, I'm just stuck with this Crash Bandicoot with no spine or back. Weird things to complain about, but still. Next up, I got the game in a previous video, and now I have the strategy guide. The world ends with you. And honestly, like with kind of how small the areas in this game are, did I really need it in the grand scheme of things? Maybe. I mean, there are a lot of little offshoots and things to find throughout the game, like all the pins and stuff, but I don't know. It's just cool, and I like the artwork. So, and plus, I always get strategy guides for games I'm interested in. So, was this 100% necessary? Probably not, but it's still really cool. Next up, I got Mega Man Battle Network 1. But I also found Mega Man Battle Chip Challenge within the same Battle Network series. So yeah, Battle Network. I know this is the long-running Mega Man RPG series, and it's like I think in some cases there are more Battle Network games than there are like regular Mega Man games. I don't think so. I think part of that might also be the fact that certain entries in the series do dual releases, kind of like Pokemon. But this was always a thing that I was looking for. And I mentioned with Crash Bandicoot that I might need to find a replacement copy. I originally had a copy of Battle Network that I was going to say, oh, I might need to find a replacement copy because the label was incredibly faded, and but that was still the best condition copy I've seen of that game, so I bought it anyway because other copies of Battle Network 1 that I've come across literally have the label torn up. Like, I don't even know how you do that. But then, as the law of irony states, I came across a much better condition copy more recently, so yeah. I guess I'll have that one as a backup or use it as trade fodder. So we'll see. But Battle Network, yeah, it's tactical RPGs with Mega Man, and sort of does the whole like Tron thing with like the computer world and stuff. So that's a little interesting. And I actually did playtest both copies that I found, and I'm a little interested. It was actually kind of really interesting to figure out the mechanics and stuff. But Battle Chip Challenge, I don't think this is really like a quote-unquote continuation of the Battle Network series, but it's like the same type of gameplay. But I think it's the RPG mechanics sort of set up in an arena fighter style. So kind of like, I guess it's kind of like the custom Robo games, where it's like it's an RPG series, but outside of, you're not really adventuring about like you would in the other Battle Network games. This one is just kind of like fight after fight, I guess. I actually don't know. I know nothing about Battle Chip Challenge. I've definitely heard of the Battle Network series overall, and that's why I wanted to pick them up. But Battle Chip Challenge is one I've completely never heard of, and I'm very interested, especially because it is part of the Mega Man Battle Network series, and I don't know. Would I have needed this for the collection? Probably, but this one is honestly just a big old mystery to me, and that actually has me excited. Next up, R-Type Command. This has always interested me. Like, I was always like perplexed by just the concept of this. It's like, wait, R-Type, like the shoot 'em up series, but then Command, like, and like you can see on the back there, like a grid and stuff. Like it's like Battle Network. It's a tactics game, although I think this is more turn-based than real time. But yeah, honestly, that is very interesting to me. Like I haven't gotten too much into tactics games, but like I mentioned with my experience with 13 Sentinels and whatnot, I've gotten a little more interested in the genre. So it's like, this is interesting. Plus, it's a PSP game, and I love the PSP. And I doubt they would actually watch this, but happy console gamer, Retrobird. I know you like shoot 'em ups, and I know you like strategy games. So why don't you talk about this game? Why don't you talk about the PSP more? I mean, that's up to them, but they're two of my favorite YouTubers, and I would love to hear them talk more about the PSP and a tactics game based off of a revered shoot 'em up series. Sounds like a good entry point. But no, yeah, I'm really interested in checking this out. I'm not super into shoot 'em ups, but then again, I wasn't super into tactics games at first, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check out more of the R-Type series. Is there like an R-Type collection for the PSP? I know that the PSP has quite a few compilation games of various series. I know there's the Gradius collection on PSP, and I also have the Metal Slug collection on PSP. So who knows? Might get a little more into that. Next up, I found the strategy like with World Ends With You. I found the strategy guide. Inverted. I found the strategy guide in a previous video, and now I get the game. Final Fantasy II. What's funny is I have actually come across more copies of this game, but the problem is they were all the gold label versions, which is fine. Like, I don't mind the gold label versions, but it's like, I kind of want to get the original, especially because it's going to be right next to Final Fantasy 1, and the gold label versions have the shorter PSP logo there, which, again, it's not a deal breaker, but it is just one of those weird OCD things that I'm like, maybe. But again, this is a common game, so it was just weird that I couldn't come across like the just the regular black label version. It was always the gold label. I don't get it. Like, these aren't really problems, but they're just like weird, funny quirks of being a retro collector. Is that, well, like, why was this the only one I could find? Like, why can I only find green label Crash Bandicoot? And when I finally find a black label, it's just the disc. Weird little quirks of the hobby, but they're not that big a deal. But it is a little funny to just like, why? But yeah, Final Fantasy II. I think I now have every Final Fantasy, or at least I don't have the Dissidia games. I'm not really super interested in them. I'm not really a fighting game guy, but I think with the actual RPG mechanics games, whether it's traditional turn-based or hack and slash like with Crisis Core, or tactics like with Tactics, I think I now have every Final Fantasy game on PSP, which is awesome. Don't know when I'll be getting around to them. I know I don't really need to play them in any particular order, but it is cool to have them all in a specific lineup like that. Last game. This I know absolutely nothing about, and I'm very interested. It was just kind of spur of the moment, but Lux-Pain? I think that's what it's called. I have no idea. This, I've never heard anybody talk about. I have no idea what the heck this game is. I looked into it, and it seems like I checked out the manual too, but it seems to be like, I guess, a detective game with some Shin Megami Tensei type artwork, if you can see that. It's honestly like perplexing. Like, I haven't delved into the Phoenix Wright games that I've collected in these videos, but like I said, I'm a little more receptive to visual novel style games nowadays, and so I'm like, this is interesting. Like, I have no idea what I'm in for. A friend of mine who's more into the genre, he doesn't know what this is like either, but just from looking into it, he says it's kind of like 999, which I don't have that one, but I might need to get that at some point. But I just saw this for a decent price. It comes with a slipcover and an art book. It's basically like a DS collector's edition, and like, you don't get too many of those. Like, I think I have like one other DS game that came with a slipcover, and it's like, well, I mean, if they put enough effort to do all this extra stuff, maybe it's really good. Maybe it's good. There's got to be something good about it if they actually went out of their way to do a special edition. So, yeah, I have no idea what I'm in for, but I am intrigued nonetheless. But also, Ignition. I have seen that logo a lot. Like, not a lot, but in plenty of places that I've looked, like specifically on the DS. And then they also helped Vanillaware publish Muramasa on Wii. So it's like, I know this company, or at least I know this publisher like fairly decently. So I'm like, I'm just really interested. I have no idea what I'm in for, but this is kind of cool. Visual novel games, like, again, I'm not super into the genre, but it is, I don't know. I'm willing to let it impress me. Got a nice thick manual too. It's like that's how you know the DS game is. That's how you know a DS game is really good, because it's very hefty when it's got a nice thick manual in there. But again, no idea. It could be crap. It could be amazing. I'm just interested in checking it out. But there you go. That's what I've been able to pick up over these last few weeks. Like I said, I've been working a lot of mandatory Saturdays, and that's all I have to show for it. So who knows? I'll probably be working on that Cartoon Memories Part 2 now that my work schedule is lightened up a little bit. Or at the very least, I have full 2-day weekends again, because, again, mandatory Saturdays. Ugh. Anyway. But, yeah. Again, this is just a hobby channel, but I do like to be a little more consistent, and I hope however many of you are actually watching these, just have fun. With all that, I am NerdRage36, and I'll see you later.